If I had to take one movie with me to Desert Island.
So the question that was posed to me was, what movie would I like to take on Desert Island? If I only had one movie, what would I pick?
One movie. How to survive on a desert island?
I would take, the obvious answer would be like a survival movie, but...
Your complete attention, if you please.
Charles Foster.
Rosebud.
Yes?
Well, like I tell you.
Can I have that, Charles?
The old man...
The film I would take with me is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
So the first thing I had to do was try to find my favorite movie. The problem with that is, I don't have a favorite movie. So I decided I'd have to pick by genre. If I can decide a favorite movie by genre.
Alright, so my movie of choice would be The Imitation of Life. Because I would like the simple reminder of racial inequality within biracial families.
The first step in that part would be to decide what genre I definitely don't want to do. And I immediately backed off horror movies. There's one thing you don't want to be on the desert island by yourself, and that's sea. So those were off right off the bat. The next thing I decided was what genre would I definitely want to take. And the one I settled on was comedy. You don't want to be sitting there talking to a volleyball all day. You want something that will make you laugh and keep you going.
Alright. So if I could only have one movie, it'd have to be Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
It's gonna be Hayao Miyazaki's Spirited Away.
I've always, loved the film. I'm a big Kubrick fan myself. And there's so many themes going on in the film itself, like evolution, where we're going as a species of people, where we've been, what we're capable of doing.
The visuals always are astounding. You're always finding something new, whether it's the background, just a shot that seems completely superfluous or whatever. It's beautiful.
It's probably the movie that I always go back to, Fight Club. Fight Club is always in my, what's your favorite top 5, favorite movies of all time. It's always been a Fight Club. Mainly because it was a movie that I saw when I was 18, 19. Just graduating high school, didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, felt like everybody was telling me what I needed to do with my life, and just the things that they talk about in the movie really resonated with me.
I can mull over and over and over again and never get tired of watching it and never get tired of trying to figure out exactly what Kubrick was trying to say with all of this.
I'm never bored watching that movie. As I said, I can quote it start to finish, eyes closed. I don't know, it just, every time I see it, I just love it more and more.
So once I decided what genre I wanted, it was just a matter of narrowing it down. And I had a couple options, but I think the one that was most stuck out in my mind was Zombieland.
Edgar Wright, probably my favorite director. Michael Cera, probably my favorite actor of sorts, I guess. But I love that movie. I love that comic book. It's tattooed all the way down my arm, so I feel like it'd be lying if I said anything else.
Why Zombieland? Not 100% sure. Probably seen it 15, 20 times. I don't know what keeps bringing me back to it. But
I would take Mr. and Mrs. Smith because, all the fighting scenes, and I love Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. It's kind of sad that they're getting a divorce.
I laugh every time I watch it. So I think at the end, Zombieland would be the one I'd take to Desert Island.
But I could watch that movie over and over again. It has great lines and great action scenes. And I feel like there's probably a couple things I could glean from there that would help me survive on an island. But if nothing else, I have endless entertainment.
One of those two where, much like a lot of people who saw Fight Club, especially when it first came out in '99, nobody knew it was a book beforehand. So, of course, that made me, after watching the movie multiple times, within a year or two, and then finding out that it was a book, went back, read the book, and gave me even more appreciation of the film, just because of all the things that it said. just the overall feeling of like, a young man going into the world, not really knowing what the hell he's supposed to do. Like, that always resonated with me, and even though now I'm 36 years old, about to be 37, I still feel like a lost kid a lot of the times.
I would take the film Away We Go with Maya Rudolph and John Krasinski, because it reminds me about the goodness in people and all different kinds of people in different ways.
The idea of being like a grown up and adult, and just like how that story was kind of anti like normal, just normal behavior of what is supposed to be normal, which in a lot of ways scares me, and how it was very anti that and very be yourself, and kind of think for yourself kind of idea. I always gravitated towards that. Not so much the starting an organization that is going to cause anarchy and mischief across the face of the planet, but maybe I didn't identify that part, but everything else I always had.
And so that's what I would say.